Oh, I tell you what, guys. Right before I get into the next game, can you tell a sanitized version of the time Dinko nearly died in India? I fucking love this story so much, and I don't think it's public
Sanitized
knowledge.
version?
How can I make it sanitized? Like,
I
I can't
mean,
wait to hear this.
all right, let's do this. Right, so first time Dinko came to India, it was the Sky Esports. We'll get this guy later on. It's a Sky Esports event in Bangalore. It was fine. Bangalore's a great city. I lived there, and obviously a little biased. Yeah, he had a good time, and I made sure he. I watched what Dinko ate. I'm like, you gotta have this from this place. You don't eat that food, whatever. And it was totally fine. And then we come back a few months later. We go to a smaller city called Pune, and it's got Pune in its name as well. Which
Pune.
was
It was foreshadowing.
some foreshadowing right there.
Well, I see where this is headed.
It writes
First
itself.
3 days, it writes itself. At first 3 days, we go out, we're having a good time, and then Dinko. This one night, we drank a bit. We go back to the hotel. I'm all right.
This one night.
I'm gonna head. Just the one night. I'm gonna head in. I'm not gonna go out and eat. And Dinko orders food for himself for the very first time. And
From
he
a
orders
5-star
fucking salad.
hotel.
From a was it Hilton? I think it was a Hilton.
No, it was
right?
it was a Hyatt 5-star
was
hotel.
a
I did not.
Hyatt. It was a
I did not
fucking-
order a salad.
IHG Grand Hyatt Intercontinental International.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So I ordered chicken tenders because I was like, that'll be the safest thing on the menu. Eat chicken tenders. But I was so hungry, and they
oh,
put me on.
it's too good. Notoriously safe chicken. I fucking love this story,
Yeah.
bro.
And
Oh
then
my
they brought me chicken salad, and I was so hungry. I was like, fuck it. So I just chowed down on the
Biggest mistake of his
salad.
life.
And then, like 3 hours later, I wake up from my sleep, and the most violent, hellish experience that lasted 10 hours began.
And this is the thing. He's
Good old
messaging me throughout the
salmonella.
night. And he's like,
Yeah.
blah, I'm shitting myself. I'm like, and you know me, Rich. I'm like, it'll be fine. Just have a drink.
And I'm
It'll be
vomiting
okay.
at the same time.
Just have a drink. It's just a solution to everything. Like,
I've done this. It works, all right? And maybe I'm just built her for it. The thing is, like, no, man, I'm vomiting as well. I'm like, well, it'll be fine. And it's 6 a.m. and it's been an entire night. And it's like, bro, I think I'm really sick. I'm like, it'll be fine. And then he sends me a photo, and it's just puke with blood. I'm like, okay, you're not fine.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sanitized version, by the way.
Yeah, no. When I said
This is
Dinko
This
nearly
is-
died, Dinko nearly died. Like it
This is the sanitized version.
yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Jesus.
yes. This
And-
is
and
as
then I
clean
called-
as it gets.
And then I called the hotel, right? And then the hotel guy's like, "Oh, sir, we don't have anyone to take you. We don't have a doctor on call. Can he come down? Right? We'll take him to the hospital." And I'm like, he can't walk. Like, he literally couldn't walk. He couldn't move, bro. He was just falling down. And I'm like, okay, all right.
do you
this
not
is
have
bad, right?
ambulances in India?
We do have ambulances. That's it.
You
We're
just
not-
die in
we're
it
not that
on the
backward.
way.
We're not that backward. And,
He's from the
but-
south.
But the thing is, like, we
Where I worked in ambulances.
treating diarrhea. So,
Oh.
and then the doctor, they call a doc. The doc shows up, right? They go. They
Two
go to his
doctors.
room. Two doctors. No. This is at the hotel.
Ooh.
And we had the I don't know, the head of the hotel, whatever. A bunch of them are standing there, and they were speaking in Hindi. And they thought both Dinko and I were not from India. They didn't know I could understand Hindi pretty well. And the doctor's asking the hotel guy, the doctor's asking the hotel guy, like, did these guys, like, eat anything from here? And they're like, oh no, they probably went out to drink. And I'm like, from the corner of the room, from the cuck chair, I'm like, actually, we ate, we had fucking salad. He had salad from your hotel. And they're like, oh shit. Immediately, like, he got his very own car. They drove him to the hospital. We go to shitty ass little clinic. I don't think they had any patients there apart from Dinko.
No, it was
We go to the
42
room.
degrees Celsius outside, and the place had no AC.
They
Oh,
had AC.
no.
They hadn't just turned it on. I'm like, can you turn the AC on? They're like, oh, we have an AC. And the guy goes looking for the remote. And this is the best part. I think every doctor in the clinic went to see Dinko. We had they're taking like fucking ECGs. I'm like, why didn't you take an ECG for fucking diarrhea or whatever?
And then
right?
I just remember, like passing out in the bed, like just losing consciousness. And then I remember Bleh was sitting beside me. Then I wake up a few hours later, and Bleh's gone, and there's just two random Indian dudes staring at me. So I'm just like, all right. So I roll over and I pass out again. And then I wake up hours later, and there's 2 more random Indian dudes I've never seen before. And I go, "Hey, who are you?" And they say, "We are here to watch you." And I was like, "Okay." And then I wake up the next time, and there's nurses lying on my bed taking selfies with me.
What?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
You have no idea, man.
They were like,
You in the bed?
yes.
Yes.
And then
No
they go,
way!
like,
He's
is
the
this
only white
okay?
person I've ever seen.
Yeah, they just because he was like a white dude. They would like take a picture.
Yes,
No
yes.
shot. They were just taking photos with
So
you
they
in
would-
bed.
Yeah, like
And
while he
you know
was
why
there,
I
like
had to leave?
they're just lying next to
I'm
him.
That's
Well,
unreal.
wired
no,
up.
The funny thing is, the reason I had to leave was because Sky Esports are like, they messaged Dinko saying, "Hey, why aren't you tweeting about the event?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
a-
today's
oh
day
my
one."
God.
Because I'm dying.
And I'm like, "Cause I'm dying." And I'm like, and you know what they
Oh, no.
reply? How about Bleh? It's like, "Yeah, Bleh's fine." Okay, Bleh, come cast. I'm like, what the fuck?
Are you solo casting?
They just put
They
Bly
had
with
someone
some random.
to cast with me. Literally a random guy to cast with who doesn't know Counter Strike, bro.
Nice.
They dragged some dude out of production and put him on the mic.
Yeah, they literally took a dude who was like, pressing buttons and went, "Right, you're a caster now." Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
and
Today is your lucky day.
And the best part in all of this, like, no money for Dinko, of course. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to say this is Sky Esports, so you didn't get paid. So
I went back into the studio. I went back to the studio, and they were like, "By the way, no money for the days off." I'm like,
no
They
money.
didn't even ask if he's feeling better, by the
No
way. Straight
money.
up, no money.
Like, bro, I came to your event. I nearly died. No money, I'm afraid. No money. Oh, God, it's so good.
and it gets even more insane because once Dinko comes back, that's when I fall sick, right? I think I had delayed salmonella poisoning, and I'm just like half shitting myself as well.
both of us
Two
just
of us.
sitting there in this casting room where the headset was like, the cable was so short, and if I moved even slightly, the headphone turned off.
Oh, we
So
can
I'm like,
talk about this now, Dinko. Go.
so I'm like sitting there with the headphone cable that's like, if I move slightly, all the audio only goes into one ear. And so we're just in pure pain, like stomach cramps, and like sitting there casting the shit Counter Strike, and so Bly and I start having a little bit of fun because the game's like a 13-0 on, and we're on par for that, right? So we start just chatting shit about random stuff, and the producer just goes in our ear, "Ha ha ha, very funny guys. Now talk about the game."
Talk about the game.
Talk about game.
So you're basically your producer. So you're a producer for all intents and purposes. What's a Twitch chatter?
Basically,
Yes!
Pretty much. It's like, talk about
Okay.
game now, guys. And Dinko just looks at me, and like it's like he's already pale, and he's sick, and he's dying, and he's just like,
I'm not even getting paid.
Yeah, not even getting
for a
paid,
couple
of course.
days.
Yeah, no, talk about the game.
But let me tell you about my favorite experience with Dinko on the streets of India.
Oh, God.
Was as soon as he got better, we went to the mall. You know, he wanted to buy just a little bit of shopping, and we bought a little suitcase for him. And we stepped out of the mall, and it's kind of like, the mall's a little further away from the center of the city. It's like a big highway right outside of it. I'm just waiting for the Uber. There's a lot of cabs out there, so I was trying to look for the Uber because it's like, I'm right here. I couldn't see him because of like some 20, 30 cars out on the street. So I'm like, I left Dinko alone. Again, big mistake. Just leaving Dinko alone in India is always a big mistake, right? I leave him alone. I find a cab, and I turn back to see him, and I see Dinko dodging this little beggar kid. He's blind in an eye, and he's just fucking playing. I don't know what he was doing with you, Dinko. Like, he was just trying to touch you or something, and you're just Dinko just fucking freaking out, bro. He's trying to dodge him in a suitcase. So obviously I ran up and I kicked the kid out, and I'm like, come on, into the cab.
To be clear, you didn't kick the kid physically.
No.
Of course,
No, Blair would never.
Just
Blair would
wanted to clear that one
never.
up.
I would never kick a kid.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to clear that up.
And Dinko's sitting in a car. It's got a 1,000-yard stare because this is a real experience of how rough it can get in India, even apart from the salmonella poisoning and all of that. And he looks at me and is like, "Is that kid gonna be okay?" And I'm like,
Of course not. Of course not.
That's how you know Dinko's just a golden human that we have to protect at all costs.
Exactly, and you know me, Rich. I'm not exactly blossoming with love and joy and hope. And I'm like, of course not. He's gonna have a miserable life, and then he's gonna die. And then we have to go.
Oh shit!
And then we go.
Oh god!
And then we have to go and cast a game after that.
And then he never got paid at the end.
Dinko
Yeah, the irony is.
Cast ever by Dinko, bro.
The irony is, the beggar kid had made more money than fucking Dinko.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yep, absolutely.
100%.
The thing is, you can't have empathy living here, Rich. Like you will lose your mind.
Oh, bro, you don't need to tell me, mate. First time I saw Mumbai. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
And Dinko looks at me like I'm a fucking monster. I'm not.
Dude, his face, I can still see it now.
Yeah, I bet he was just looking at you like, blood, are you fucking stupid? Are you actually medically stupid, mate? Is he gonna be okay? No. He's gonna fight for his existence every single minute of his horrible life. Like, it's just, like, what are you thinking? Ah, it's insane. Insane.
And if you've watched Slumdog Millionaire,
I got a rash on my arm as well.
Yeah, where the kid held his hand, he developed a rash. I don't think it was a real rash.
Well, bro.
It was psychosomatic. It was psychosomatic because it was in his head.
Straight scabies.
Oh my Christ! I fucking love this. Guys, you have no idea. This is like one of my all-time favorite esports stories, like the adventures of Bleh and Dinko in India. It's just so fucking good. There's obviously shit we can't even tell you as well, but like let me tell you.
That's a way.
Just so much we can't tell you. But let me tell you, Dinko will go anywhere in the world under any circumstances to cast Counter-Strike. He fucking loves this game. He loves this game. He's literally nearly died for the game.
Dinko is, if you think about it, like he is more experienced than most people who work esports. He's a man now.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. That would have just killed me. Straight up, no more Richard. Like I'd have been done.
My favorite, the first time he came, it wasn't as insane, but I remember like he comes to the airport. I get in my car.
Have you gone back since, by the way, Dinko?
No,
Okay.
because the company that hired us.
No. Oh yeah.
They don't exist anymore? Like,
Well,
No, they do. They just shouldn't.
We were in Bangalore, and Dinko gets in the car. It's it's a nice airport. It's a really nice airport and everything. He gets into the car, and literally 2 minutes in India, this fucking bus comes out and just swerves across us, like literally drifting. And I can see Dinko just blood leave his face. And I look at him like, "Welcome to India, motherfucker." He's the entire ride, bro. He was so stunned.
It's a culture shock for sure.
And then our Uber Eats guy died.
oh yeah, you had an Uber Eats guy die. And no, but
they
get this, he had an Uber Eats guy die, and then he sent another Uber Eats guy to get the delivery from the fucking corpse. I shit you,
And
this is mental.
this can't be real.
No,
Maybe
bro.
You're serious. Your Uber Eats
Yes,
driver
yes.
actually died. No.
I
Yeah,
think
well,
that's- so-
It was an accident. He got in an accident.
Yeah, he got in a
died,
car
though,
accident.
bro.
Yeah.
No, bike.
bike
So,
accident,
this is on camera, by the way. Because Dinko's has his little camera, camera out, and it's like making some content, and that's when I get the call, and I look at Dinko, and here's the thing. We're doing live rehearsals in the arena, so his mic's live in the arena, right? And I look at Dinko, and I'm like, I think Uber Eats guy just died, very casually. And Dinko goes, "What?" And the entire arena just looks at us.
That's so unreal.
And then I said, guys, it's really quite hot up here. Could we maybe get like some AC or something or a fan? And so they bring like 6 air conditioning units, but they're just like pounding water out of the back, and the water's just flowing towards this huge amount of daisy-chained electricity extension leads. And like and the water's now pooling at our feet. So I'm like, if this touches the electric, we're dead. And And then I look up from the casting set and I just see wild dogs walking behind the casting program feed because they like it was in like this I can't really know how to describe the area, but like there was dogs just walking around, and the dogs walked past the commentary program feed, past the electric wires, and I'm like, please don't touch the wires, dogs. If you touch this, we're gonna die. We're gonna just straight up die.
Literally gonna die.
And then Bleh asked for a Red Bull. Can we message? Do we have a WhatsApp channel we can talk to the producer, so we can ask for like a Red Bull or something? And he goes, no, but we do have a volunteer, and they provide us with a 10-year-old boy.
Unpaid.
And his job,
He's not gonna touch this at all.
His job is to sit in front of us, and then we request something, and he will run. He will sprint down
Literally
multiple
run.
floors.
Yeah, bro, this is serious. Like,
And
the runner was a kid, bro. The runner was a kid. An actual child, bro.
We did not have talk back to our producer. So if I needed to see something in production, I had to tell the kid, typing it on my phone, showing it to him, and then he has to run down to the producer and tell him what he wants to say. I'm like, why can't I just WhatsApp you in that case? And they're like, actually, that's a valid point.
Say.
This is like the most nightmarish shit I've heard.
Bro, it is. Unironically, it is the wildest. Like, I'm sweating and crying now. Like,
This beats
every time
EbolaCon 2015.
Yeah,
This beats that.
Yeah, every time I hear them tell the fucking story, because this is one event. This is like a lifetime. It's like a lifetime of terrible experiences.
I thought ClutchCon was bad, but this is fucking unreal.
But we literally, we went through all that shit for them, and we like literally went through all that shit for them, and then our reward was they ghosted us the next tournament and just hired a cheaper commentary pair.
Yep, there
just
you go.
ignored.
So didn't pay you for one, didn't hire you for another. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and fuck you.
Memories for life, huh?
I haven't ever told. I don't think I've ever told this one in public ever. There's another classic Indian esports moment, which was mainly me. Stunner was there. Holy shit! Yes, Trace was there. DreamHack Mumbai 2018. Okay. And imagine this crew, right? So it's like they had a couple of local Indian commentators, and this is like DreamHack India, but they're basically ESL India or not. But
Star Ladder.
So they were doing the event, and they got me to be on the desk, and for somehow they found fucking Stunner. I'm like, Trace, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, hey man, it's on the way too.
It was on Christmas. It was on Christmas as well.
Too.
It's so insane. I'm like, why are you here? He's like, well, they pay me money. I'm on the way to Mauritius. I'm just gonna drop in, say hi, enjoy Mumbai. I'm like, okay, cool, right? They had DSN on the desk, which was just okay, and they had Prasad, who worked for Striker X, who worked for Steel Series, whatever. And I show up in Mumbai, day one. I get off my plane, and Trey's like, I'm at the hotel. When are you gonna get here? Just go out. I'll show me around. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And we take him to the hotel, and it's a different hotel. I'm like, oh, weird. I'm not sure. I'm not staying at the same hotel, but maybe they're out of rooms or whatever, right? And then, even for me, the road starts looking a little worrying. A little scary, right? A little like, I don't feel safe here, Mrs. Stark. I don't feel really comfortable here. And then I get off on this fucking little alleyway, and there's a fucking dead cat lying just like smacks under the road. It's not even a road. It's a mockery of a road. And I enter the hotel. There's dead rats, cockroaches, and it's sort of place where even like broke-ass kids from the slum wouldn't go. To have a quiet one with their girlfriends or whatever. It's like so dementedly horrific of a hotel. Not even a hotel, just go in and I'm like, am I actually staying here? And then I walk into my room, there's a big bed with another guy just sleeping there. And I'm like, who are you? He's like, oh, I work for Nodwin. I'm one of the production guys. I'm like, oh, great. I turn on the AC. And it's fucking, I shit you not, a cockroach like falls out of the fucking AC, right? And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck? I call up the Trace, and Trace like, dude, that was pretty nice. It's like a nice 5-star, right? I'm in a fucking pool. I'm like, it doesn't even have a pool. It has a puddle outside the fucking hotel. And it's so unhinged. And I'm losing my shit. I'm like, this is so fucking, insane.
So you crawl into bed, cuddle up.
Yeah, cuddle up to the production guy.
I just said I am not
Took a
spending my
selfie.
money because fuck these guys. I am take a selfie with them.
Yeah, take a
I'm not
selfie
gonna
with the
spend
big
night in this
dude.
hotel. So what I did was I spent the entire night out with Stunner, obviously, which is way better than sleeping in the hotel. And then I was about to make a tweet about it. So one of my friends like, why don't you just like message, you know, the organizers and just see what's happening? I'm like, I messaged them and they're like, oh shit, yeah, Bleh. So the Indian talent is supposed to stay in the smaller hotel. Smaller hotel. And yeah, the international talent, they're staying in the nicer one. I'm like, isn't that kind of fucking racist? Like being racist to your own people? That's fucked up, bro. Right?
Dude,
Like,
it was insane.
Dude, they had a caste system for the casters. So yeah.
Literally a cost
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I'd say it's pretty fucking racist, actually. Yes. Yes, I would, Bleh.
It was,
Yeah,
they're
and-
an Indian company, by the way. They're pure Indian company. They're being racist to their own people, right? And I'm like, this fucked up. And you know what they said? Yeah, this is absolutely fucked up. You're international talent too. You should be in the nice hotel. I'm like, no. What about the other guys?
Yeah. What about
Fuck
the
the other guys,
Yeah.
man. Take
You
care
know
of
what he
yourself.
said?
And then Blair
Nah,
moved
they don't-
hotels, of course.
Actual
You
code,
better
by the
have.
way. Actual code, verbatim. He said they don't deserve it yet.
Wow.
It was actually fucking unhinged.
Wow.
So did you get a
and
room
then-
at the better hotel?
He did.
And then they moved me to the better hotel the next
Nice.
day. And guess who my roommate was? Because of course they have to give you a roommate. Wait, hold on, I'm trying to remember his name. Wait.
Banks.
Jeez. Thanks, first.
Forsaken.
Bam.
Actually, Richie, you might know this.
Yeah,
The
who?
CEO fighting game tournament thingy, CEO. You know that?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the owner, the founder.
Oh, wait. I don't.
Yes.
Come on.
You should know this.
Yeah, I do. I know. I do know.
I'm trying to remember.
Is it not
his name.
Bill?
Jabali.
Jabali, that's it.
The
That's where you
Twitch
get
Jabali
debated
guy,
from. Yeah.
Yes, was in my room, and I'm like, it looks kind of familiar, right? The first thing he says to me is like, "Hey man, I'm Alex Jabali. I'm the Jabated guy." on
Yeah.
Twitch. I'm like, all right, well, guess we're roommates then. So and he's like, and he looks at me, he's like, so why are you in my room again? I'm like, yeah, they put me in your room. He's like, cool.
Why are you? See, you were
They didn't tell him.
you were that other dude for him. You know what I mean? Like when he's on a stream with his mates, he tells a story. And when I did this, they just a random Indian guy in my room, and you're the random Indian guy.
Oh god, dude. And here's the thing. They told me they put me in with him because there were no rooms in the hotel. What does he do the moment I'm in his room? He books himself a room for himself, and
Yeah.
it's there. It's available. So in the end, I got my room. It was great.
Well done. Way to leave
yeah.
your people behind. Good job.
Yeah. But still,
No, hang on. Just that's not fair. He was like the Spartacus of the Indian caster movement. There, he like stood up and he
I did
went,
ask him.
"What about everyone
I did
else?"
ask him. No, I did ask him. I'm like,
They
hey guys,
don't
if you
deserve it,
fight
yeah.
for this,
You
I'm
did
gonna
try, you
help
did
you guys
try.
out. And
I'm
they literally
Blair.
went, "Nah,
No,
we're
I'm
good."
Blair. No, I'm Blair. Crucify them all.
Yeah.
Great movie.
My favorite was Stunner at 3 a.m. on the streets of Mumbai, high-fiving everyone from an auto rickshaw.
he's a wild cat. He is a wild cat.
I won't lie, that's genuinely one of my favorite.
Love a
nights
night
ever
out with
in-
Trace.
Yeah, especially in Mumbai, having sushi at 4 a.m. from a dodgy place.
I mean, by the way, yeah, they like
that
talk
sounds
about
dangerous.
no self. Stunner just eats and drinks what he wants because obviously when you've been in the military, you just don't give like that
Yeah.
that kind of risk just doesn't touch you anymore. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he just what's that 4 a.m. in sushi in the middle of India? Don't mind if I do. Like he just lives like that now. So, like, whereas like obviously the rest of us are like, bro, you're at an event, you can't make bad food decisions because if you get sick, as we've established, you don't get paid. So
No pay.
yeah, no money, no money for you, no money day off. Still can't believe that. No money day off.
Just a lack the lack.
I had
of empathy
organ
was
failure.
insane.
Can I at least have half a day rate? Can I have a rehearsal day rate for the fucking sick days?
Rich, you gotta understand. These people are used to working with 10-year-old volunteers, right?
I mean, yeah.
Payment is optional.
Dude, I believe it. As I said, having been out to Mumbai, like just obviously civilian shit, not esports shit. Like, yeah, just fucking It is a very, very unique place. I mean, we've talked about it obviously privately a lot. A lot of love in my heart for India. It truly is like no other place on earth. But the bad is the bad is very bad. The bad is very bad and the good is very good. Yeah.
But the good is fun though, and I think that's the obviously everyone's gonna talk about all the bad shit, but we can have a good time. I like Bangalore, good city. Dinko had a great time in Bangalore. No diarrhea.
I'll let you up.